They couldn't control themselves anymore. The fire burning in their chests had finally consumed the last of their restraint. For months, the silence between them had been louder than the thunder rolling across the plains. But tonight, inside the small, drafty line shack on Solitude Ridge, the dam broke. Elias didn't say a word. He simply dropped the saddlebags to the floor and crossed the room in 2 long strides. Clara met him in the middle, her hands already reaching for him, desperate to verify that he was real, that this wasn't just another fever dream born of lonely nights on the prairie. When his hands found her waist, he pulled her in so hard the air left her lungs in a rush. He backed her up against the rough-hewn timber wall, his body shielding her from the cold draft, a wall of heat and muscle. "I can't do this anymore," Elias rasped, his voice rough with the dust of the trail and the weight of a secret he'd kept for a year. "I can't watch you from across the yard. I can't tip my hat to you like I'm just a hired hand." "Then don't," Clara whispered, her fingers tangling in the collar of his coat, pulling him down. "Don't be the hired hand. Be mine." He kissed her then, a searing, possessive claim that tasted of whiskey and rain. It wasn't gentle. There was no time for gentle. It was the collision of 2 starving souls finally finding sustenance. Outside, the Wyoming wind howled like a wounded beast, shaking the door on its hinges, but neither of them flinched. The storm outside was nothing compared to the hurricane in the room. Clara's engagement ring, a heavy, cold diamond given to her by a cattle baron she feared, caught the light of the dying lantern. Elias pulled back just an inch, his eyes dark as flint, staring at the ring. "If he finds out," Elias murmured, his forehead resting against hers, his breathing ragged, "I'll hang me from the cottonwood by the creek, and he'll ruin your family." Clara reached up, her hands trembling, and slowly slid the ring off her finger. It clattered onto the wooden floorboards, rolling into the shadows. "Let him try," she breathed, her eyes fierce. "I would rather have 1 hour with you in this shack than a lifetime in his mansion." The confession snapped the last tether holding Elias back. He buried his face in the crook of her neck, inhaling the scent of lavender soap and skin. His hands roamed over the curve of her back, memorizing her, worshipping her. In the dim, flickering light, social standing dissolved. There was no heiress, no drifter, just a man and a woman tangled together while the world tried to tear them apart. "We leave at dawn," Elias said against her